Good morning everyone and welcome to you in this daily update on Bitcoin. Mainly today, just gonna remove the camera real quick and add it back simply because it is bugged at the moment. There we go, perfect. So I hope you're doing very well, you're doing good. Bitcoin didn't fill the gap, basically went in the middle of the gap and got the rejection, so we're now coming back to it. So yeah, we're going to update everything here. Let's add the levels. So yeah, gap bottom here, we got acceptance into the gap, going to the big resistance into the gap. That was a weekly level. Weekly negative path control, by the way. No, I don't know why I thought it was a weekly level. Anyways, plus the big point of control of the latest range, plus the full downtrend from the all-time high. So very big zone of resistance. But again, this is in the middle of the gap, so personally no trade to take in this. As simple as that, basically. Because yeah, as always, when you're into a gap, you have more chance to go and fill it. So I'm not trading the less probable moves. And we also got a pump, by the way, since the last update, because that was on Wednesday. So we've got a bit of a retest into the value area low here of the range, and we've got an MC long reaction from here. We've got another retest here of the market structure before the pump. So you know we've got this small, consolidation here that we have been holding next, basically. Okay, yeah, so big pump next with the Trump news that was, you know, removing the tax and everything. I mean, these people might make a lot of money on the stocks and everything, to be fair, because I'm sure they're, they're for sure aware of the next move. Yeah, anyway, so I saw a video where two guy from, well, I don't know if these are some Trump people or whatever, but made like billions of dollars, and another one made $900 million with just this move on the stocks. I mean, these people are, of course, I mean, yeah, for me this is just pretty sure they're making some money on this. But anyway, nothing is confirmed, we don't know. But anyway, so yeah, Trump did bring some volatility. Not even the FOMC next. That was pretty funny, by the way, Trump making the big move and not the FOMC. But anyway, so yeah, since then the loss of the gap and from the middle of it, and we did got now yesterday a drop. We've got a drop here. Why? Simply because we've got a single print. If you go and check here the TPOs, you can see right here that we've got yesterday. You can see here a single print. So you could take the short here. Okay, single print top, single print bottom. You get acceptance into the single print. We've got a lot of shorts at a time. So if you took the short, well, we go to the bottom of the single print with a small front run again of the single print bottom. This is happening a lot these days, to be honest with you. So this is something to be aware of, that we do not go straight to the bottom here. We can stop a little bit before it's absolutely valid. So basically this is what's happened since the last update. So before to make any plan, we are going to update the chart. So let's remove that, by the way, and let's update the levels. So we've got one new daily printed below here. Yesterday we have now a new daily above here. We can come back on the 1 hour and let's update the XOCharts levels. So naked session path contra, the top already added here. This is taken on the ticks 250. 200, by the way, not 250 here. So yeah, this is why the price is a little bit different. Now we have 8454, but not sure we'll take that one because 454, 45. Yeah, okay, so yeah, this is basically the same here. There you go. But yeah, this one is too close to the current price, so I do not really care. 8045, let's have a look at this. Maybe we can get a scalp there. We'll see after. Took 8454, right? Yeah. Sorry, then we have the TPOs here. So we have 81702. So let's take the TPO level. What I said again? 81702. Okay. Well, 81702. There you go. Then we have on the ticks 40 here. Sorry. Come on, you can load it. There you go. Okay, it's the same. So let's add back the 8. and we can now move on the DNPLCs. Ticks 15, nothing, so let's have a look at the ticks 1. Nothing, and let's have a look at the 250 ticks, and we have something here, so we have 81587.5. 81587.5. And this is a DNPLC. There we go, and we're coming into the resistance now. So let's add back here the 50 ticks. And there you go. We are done with this. And what is going on right now? Wow. A nice little pump with the long. So yeah, the best way to go and fill the gap basically today, to be honest with you, that will bring us with a 5 waves to the upside. Again, the 5 waves with some triple wave in there, so it can be of course a double EXY XNZ like gold, by the way, because we've got a new all-time high. So this was a double EXY XNZ. But anyway, we'll cover gold later. So let's gold. By the way, I said gold, I think. Gonna reduce a bit of music on my side. Can I hear myself? So let's pull this. We are at the resistance right now. Definitely. Oops. Yeah, we are definitely here into the resistance. So well, if you want to, you have this resistance here. And the next one is basically the daily Valera high zone and naked session path control. Okay, this is the next zone of resistance. Again, what is the most probable when you're into a gap, so to speak, into this section of the chart here? It's to fill the gap. So here we went in the middle of it, went back down, so this is very, very less probable. So here normally still the most probable at the end is to fill the gap, right? So we can normally look for the gap top. So this will be the best still, so that's why I'm going to be very careful on these two short trades here. To be honest with you, the best way to go up here and fill the gap. So by the way, we have two gaps here. I added these kind of fibs now. These are some fibs with their RTH, sorry, and ATH gaps. So we have basically, so we've got this one here on the RTH, so no, sorry, by the way, on the ATH. So we have this one now. There's gonna one over, by the way. Maybe I have another one. Maybe now I can take this RTH, normally it should ETH, by the way. There you go, perfect. So we got this one here, so now we have this one up to here. And this one, can we move it down here? So yeah, now we have just this gap remaining. Okay, but as we fail it to fill the gap, the best way still to go and fill it, as normally this is the most probable. That's why these two targets can be some short trades. Okay, but we really have to get some insane data of this, e.g. some shorts coming from here. That is absolutely not the case at the moment. We just have some longs not even absorbed, and maybe absorbed on another time frame, but by the way, I added some crazy ticks that I never used it before with the Trump volatility. That was pretty insane, to be honest with you. The price movement was pretty big, so I added some insane ticks. First time using these ticks. But anyways, wow, very small bearish CVD, but we've got this big bullish CVD that did and played out now. So now, yeah, a bit of bearish CVD, unless we manage to clean this high on the CVD here. Okay, this top right here, because now we have a high, lower high, you can see on the right. High, higher, high. So now the thing will be to really get the shorts, because right now we have absolutely nothing, so this is not strong at all for a move to the downside coming next. So this is more likely bullish unless we get some shorts, some nice demand, MC short reaction and everything, you know. Because yeah, this is a nice resistance. We have this, well, all this confluence here, plus also the RTH bottom of a gap here. You can see our RTH, we have a small gap here, we have the bottom of here at the moment, and we are at the moment in it. So you can see, well, this was literally the top, so this is, well, missed by a few bucks, but anyways. So yeah, this is also something to be aware of, to be honest with you. Anyways, let's go back on this. So yeah, these are the two small lower time frame resistance, but again, yeah, the best way to come above and fill the gap. So the next target basically will be this. Okay, go and fill the gap, and so well, get a short, a possible short, depending again of the reaction we get there, but get a short of the top of the gap. That will be the best of the best. Okay, so yeah, if again we get acceptance above this gap top, okay, we have another gap just above, so we can look for again this gap here, so bottom of the gap resistance. If we get some color close inside, we expect it to be filled, and here if we get nothing of this gap top, very simple thing, we are going to go towards these highs around 88,000. So we have next, so this resistance, this small resistance that will really end up here in a big failed, failed auction of this high basically. This is what we can look for to make it very simple, or a swing through pan if we just have a wick above here. If we don't get anything bearish within this section of the chart, it's very simple, we're going to look for this zone here. So we can look for these highs here to be taken into this massive, absolutely massive value area at 90k. This is a very big one. We talk about a full range here of value area low, so this is a pretty important level of resistance. Okay, so 90k here is the next big zone of resistance. It's also a nice psychological level, as you can see here. So yeah, very good zone here, and again if we reclaim this resistance right there, we can look next for a nice increase in price into 96, 97, well 97,000, 98,000 basically. So yeah, these are the three main resistance, and should we break above 97, 98,000 here on Bitcoin, it is very likely we're going to push towards a new all-time high. Okay, so these are the very, well, the three key resistance we're having above. Should we get a move higher here, if we manage to not reject this, well, if you manage to get acceptance above these two lower time frame resistance we're having there. Okay, so yeah, let me just get rid of the, well, I'm gonna keep these to see where the resistance. So that is it in terms of shorts on Bitcoin. Otherwise, so yeah, the best will be still to go and fill the gap. Okay, now the best for a long will be to go and touch the lower targets here, because well, where we got a bounce from, I already have this fixed range. Wow, yeah, I'm adding twice the same thing. Anyways, so yeah, the best zone of support will be to come down into this zone. We've got a bounce, as you can see, from the anchor VWAP from the bottom we put in here, and the value area high. You can see here we was a bit range bound here between both. What we have here of this value area high, it's a complex approach. We go below, we flip into resistance, fake the drop with a retest of the anchor VWAP, and we just come all the way back up. And for now, we didn't really got the flip to support of this that we like to see for a safe entry. Otherwise, you bet this on the bottom there. But you can see we've got some massive bullish activity at the lows, low, high, low, 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 low. Now the problem was we didn't go well. We've got some shorts in the first part here, not in the second one. Sorry. So yeah, bit of shorts here, but nothing crazy, to be honest with you. So yeah, pretty complex again long. This is a very complex long here. We go all the way down, miss a swing through pan. Next we get the volatility with Trump. We go in the middle of the gap that we do not even feel. We reject the gap. Now we go into not the most probable target at all. This is just a single print bottom that we missed. More over this. With some, this anchor up here is touched already a lot, to be honest with you, so very not very strong support. Value high, we go below, do a complex approach of it. I mean, yeah, very complex TA, to be honest with you, to trade these days. So yeah, personally I'm waiting for something really high in terms of probability at the moment. But yeah, here if you have to get along, the best way to come down to this 618, 66% basically. Okay, so we have this nice zone of support, well, 66% point of control of the wall uptrend here, okay, plus the TPO and the daily negative path control. Again, we can do a complex approach of this support. Okay, we'll have a support, it's like, hey, we'll have a support, we can go below, go and touch the lower part of this, flip into resistance, retest of the lower support, come back up. Here we can do the same, go through, bounce from the lower support, flip into resistance, fake the drop, reclaim and come back up. So we will touch the lower levels, daily, Valera low, the NPOC. Okay, but basically that will be for me this target. That will be just a complex approach of it. Okay. Let me just get rid of that. And so yeah, this is the next possible long trade we're having on Bitcoin. And if again we do not hold this target, very simple, we're going to look for a new low to be made. So if you make a new low, I'm just going to cover one target. It's not very useful to cover again all the way down. We can just plan this first target here. So basically top of the range, 6.86%, and that's it. That's it basically. Okay. So yeah, that's it for Bitcoin, I think, with a wave, nothing more to add on this at the moment. Depending on what we're going to create now to the upside, if for example we manage to create, boom, let's put this down here, let's say the Z wave is made, the Z wave bottom is made here, so we can look for a 1, 2, 3, 4, fill the gap. In that case, next, if we still have to be bearish, we can look for an A, B, C zigzag. Okay, and if we have to be bullish and be into the higher time frame, yellow wave 5 we have planned, we can look for a bigger 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here to the upside. Let's switch to some white wave here. Okay, so this is something, for example, if we do this, by the way, what will be, so a gap top around these highs, let's say we pull back here 56.86%. Where is the 1618 here? 95,000 here. What that brings us with 95,000. Is this the 1618? Yeah. 95,000. Yeah, it'll be the next big zone of resistance here. Alright, so that will be 97,000 basically. Yep, so that'll be a top around there for the wave 3. Around, the 98,000, maybe go into the 28%, around 99. Get a pullback for the wave 4. And then get another increase in price for the wave 5, maybe into the last, well, SFP failed auction of the wave 3 top, otherwise we can look towards, it was 104,000 here, so 104 around there. And once you have done this, maybe go directly for a new all-time high and end up the wave 5 with some small 5 waves like this, or either create a bigger wave 1. That will be the best, of course, if you have to be bullish, because that will take more time and we will get a bigger push to the upside at the end. So 1, 2, 3, or 5 like this, much bigger increase in price next. Okay, so yeah, we'll see what we form if we manage to form these 5 waves. And again, please don't forget here, these 5 waves, if we create this move here to the upside, so to speak, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, be really careful longing the bottom here. We really again have to get the order flow there and limit the time if we have to do this wave again, because the prime of these 5 waves up here, this is a leading with a smaller wave of an ending, so to speak. Into the wave 1, 3, and 5 we have a correction. Normally in a leading we want to get a 5 waves up here, a correction, a 5 waves up here, a correction, and another 5 waves up here. The premise right now, if you go and check out a smaller wave, what we are having in there is, boom, a triple wave. You can see here we have a triple wave, we have a triple wave, and so right now we'll get another triple wave here to the upside. Okay, so in that case, what it means that it can be a leading with a smaller wave of an ending, as this can be also a W, X, Y, X, and Z to the upside, so to speak here, a W, X, Y, X, and Z to the upside, so we can go completely through a long target and go take the lows, because that will be a correction to go more down. So that's why we have to be, if we have to do this wave, we have still to be a little bit careful on this, on the long target we're going to plan. We don't have this latest push to the upside, so we don't know yet, but on the long target we're going to plan next. We really have to read the order flow into the long target, and I'm not going to place limits unless we have some MC strat targets. Oh, that we have, by the way, in there a little bit below. So yeah, we'll see if we manage to print these 5 waves, if we get anything good at the support, and where is the support, we'll see there. Okay, but yeah, it's not because we have a possible 5 waves up that we cannot take the lows. It can still be a WXY and that's the risk of this. Okay, but if we do get the wave 2 here, some good data on the order flow, we can look for a nice bounce next, either for an ABC zigzag, either for a much bigger push to the upside. So yeah, And if we just fail to get these 5 ways, well, that will be in that case here W, X and Y, and go straight back down and end up in a very less probable move, because that will not fill the gap we have here. We'll stop in the middle of the gap, and that is a game. That is a game for me that will be missed. Just gonna remain short from higher, and that's it basically. So yeah, that is it for Bitcoin. 22 minutes. The outs, again, I'm waiting for a sign of strength. For example, here on SUI, the best here will be to go and do this, to break this path control Valera weekly zone. Okay, weekly path control Valera zone here, and to get acceptance above. Well, if we do this 5 ways, I'm gonna plan a support. Of course, the best now will still be to break above, a little bit above, flip this into support, and from this flip to support of this zone, get a nice bounce into this top Valera high and encourage you up here. That will be the next zone of resistance, basically. Okay, so we might get a long here if we manage to break through a little higher, so we can get a push, a pull back in there. That will be the most easiest long, to be honest with you. Yeah, to take. So this will be the only way I will start looking for longs. And again, on a higher time frame, we again need to really switch this market structure to bullish. So we need to change this to high, well, low, high, lower high, lower low, lower low, and now we'll have to change this to high, higher high, and then in that case, if we form some 5 ways up, again, this can be an ABC flat, but we're still going to plan some support, and the support here will need to hold a low, higher low, and in that case we change the market structure, and so next we can look for another push to the upside, at least to take the highs. There we have to see what's the context of Bitcoin. If Bitcoin is still bearish, then we might fail to continue higher. If Bitcoin is bullish, we might get another, well, a bigger push to the upside. Okay, so for the higher time frame, I really want to see this market structure change. Okay, this is very, very, very important. I don't want to try to catch a knife on this. Yeah, I prefer to play it safe on this one. So yeah, this is what I'm waiting for all the outs. Basically, this is yeah, this is it. Basically, I want to see a sign of strength, as I keep saying for a while now, to be honest with you. So yeah, gold. So we did took the highest here on that one, XY and Z. In that case, not a 5 waves to the downside. I mean, this is a 5 waves, but a XY and Z, not a 5 waves 1, 2, 3, or 5. So yeah, we can get rid of these, and so in that case, what we can take is what we have planned, basically the super bullish configuration here. As simple as that. So yeah, wave 1, wave 2. Let's go for a big push to the upside, 3 or 5. Is it still possible that we just go above here and just drop directly? Yes, we can of course do, and look for a correction here, so to speak, a flat or a XY basically. So we can look for max normally into these zone of price. So we have this first zone of price here, and the next zone of price is this. We have these 2 resistance. If we break above, normally, again, nothing is 100% sure, but normally it is more probable that we are into this 1, 2, 3, or 5. You see, this is what I was saying. That's why you have to be also a little bit careful on the short. In any case, very good short trade. Took the short. If you took it, I told you to take profit. Took profit, so stop on entry. Get a nice continuation next. So that's a winning trade in any case. If I'm not mistaken, we missed the support here a little bit. Yeah, we missed the support. A little bit below. That would have been so cool. By the way, it just ended up here in a failed auction. Again, you can see this kind of complex approach is pretty insane. You can see here. Ah, come on. You have the low here. You go below, flip into resistance, fake the drop, reclaim, and again, no flip to support here, just completely, just go full reversal, basically, with no any flip to support of that. But yeah, so wave 2 in that case, and next we can look for the 3 or 5, and keep doing this if we don't have to be bearish. Okay, we can, again, in the wave 5 here, you know, what I was saying in the last updates, wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, oh my god, the wave 5 is in, it's a massive crash, you're going to get a pullback like this, but you're going to get a pullback to make another 3, 4, 5, and again the wave 5 here, oops, into the wave 5 again, another 5 is up here, oh my god, massive crash, and 3, 4, 5 again, yeah, and we keep doing this, and again, and again, and again. So yeah, this is something really to be aware of. So yeah, let's see if we do a more longer correction here, ABC flat or XY, okay, or boom, or a bigger impulsive. I will take the impulsive if we break above this yellow and orange fib that are, by the way, completely forgot the values for the X wave 100 and 414 105. Yeah. And otherwise, ES and NQ I'm waiting for, well, for now, yes. ES got a rejection of the value low. Best way is still to come into this zone of resistance here, 6180, well, the one we have planned basically, encourage UI path control, 6186%, and NQ will be the same. We've got a rejection on that one from this pool, from the top to the bottom here, value low point of control. But the best way is still to come into here, this resistance. This is a much more bigger one, to be honest with you. Yeah. And otherwise, that's it, basically, to be honest with you. Do we have any news today? Normally, yes. Yes, PPI and Michigan consumer sentiment. So all of these are moving again. We don't know before, but most of the time they're moving the market. So it's at 225, it's at 230 the first news, UTC plus 2 NPM, and otherwise the other one is at 4 PM UTC plus 2. So it's at 355. There you go. So yeah, we are done for today, to be honest with you. Nothing more to add on this. Best still will be to fill the gap. Do we have anything on a Bitcoin right now? No MC short reaction, no short trades. Do we have any good shorts here coming in? 10, 17. Well, a little bit of shorts there came in, but nothing crazy. 10.22, nothing. 10.08. Nah, I mean, this is, you see a little bit of absorption on the longs, but again, you have, well, you've got just wondering, well, a bit of shorts came into this candle here, but I mean, yeah, this is just, you can see the volume is just dead at the moment. This is nothing to trade now. Not interested in anything right now. By the way, how he got squeezed before? Wow, look at that. Got a shorts there. Got 2.2 million plus 1.7 million of shorts that come in here. Bam, straight back up. As always, this is a fail to do the opposite. But anyways, if you get the follow through next, of course. And I got instant rect. Well, half of this. That's pretty nice. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. And I catch you all today in Discord if there is anything new to add on Bitcoin. Otherwise, yeah. You can see that I said nothing because I was looking for the gap to be filled. Still looking for the same, that will be the best. Unless, of course, we get a nice short reaction from any of the two low time frame resistance we have planned. That is not the case at the moment. So yeah, let's remain patient, see what we get. And yeah, catch you all in Discord, or otherwise, have a nice weekend and catch you all on Monday for the next update. Have a nice weekend. Take care. Cheers.